Welcome to CP101, and this is a update on Superman. Well, actually it's the phone booth. We're going to get to Superman here pretty soon now that we got the phone booth finished. As you can see, it's all done. Take this off though. This is my battery holder I'm going to be using for the phone booth, but it's all done. Got the doors on it, the glass in it. We got the Metropolis telecom advertising on it. Got the phone book in it. What else? And we got our graffiti in it. The doors are not hinged. I wasn't going to take and go through all that. So they're just glued in the open position. And I can zoom in here. I think I can zoom in. And you can kind of see the graffiti. The graffiti, that's, I got on Google Images and I actually found pictures of graffiti on phone booth walls. So I just took it and cleaned up the background and then printed it back out on a clear decal paper, and that's how we got the graffiti. There's no way in hell was I going to be able to get in there and put graffiti on by hand. So yeah, that was a decal, and that was put on obviously before the doors were on, the glass was in, so I could reach in there and get it put on. But that's that. We got the phone book. You can see the phone book hanging down there. The cable is a beading cable, a cord, and then I used a crimp bead to crimp it so it doesn't go anywhere. Just looped it around the shelf and crimped it, and that's good enough. So it's just hanging like the old phone books used to hang off the shelf. If they even had them, a lot of the phone books were missing out of the phone booth, so they were so tore up they couldn't be used. So the doors, as I said, they're not hinged. They're just glued in. They're just glued in the open position. What I did with the doors is I actually pinned them. There's a pin here and a pin here, and there's a 1/16 plastic rod going through the door frame. And I drilled a hole here and here, and then just inserted the pins to it kind of gives the door some support since they're not hinged. And it's a tight fit between the top of the doorway and the floor plate, so that helps with supporting the doors as well since they're not hinged. So they're just glued in a few spots. So they're kind of pressure fitted, I guess, more than anything else. But it's good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then, what else? We've got, the door frames were painted with Krylon. I didn't have enough testers, metallic silver, and I wasn't about to pay $6 for a can of tester spray paint. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love testers. I've been using it for, 50-some years? But I'm not paying $6. Well, it ranges anywhere from $6 to almost $9 for a 3-ounce can of tester spray paint, and that's just, that's a little bit stupid, and I'm not paying that much for 3 ounces of paint. And Tamiya paints, they're getting just as expensive, and I'm not paying that much for Tamiya spray paint either. It's just silly, stupid pricing. So I got this. I went to Hobby Lobby and got this can of Krylon here. It's only $3.99, and that's more like it. So Krylon, I have better luck with Krylon than I do Rust-Oleum. I don't have any luck with Rust-Oleum. I just can't. It just doesn't like me for some reason. Rust-Oleum is enamel, and Krylon is a lacquer based. So that's why you should never mix. And I know a lot of guys like to mix Krylon and Rust-Oleum, and they usually end up with issues because they're two totally different paints. You never want to mix the two because that's when you have issues. So since I like lacquer, that's why I went with Krylon. And it didn't do a bad job on the door frames, and it's pretty close. It's a little brighter than the phone booth framework, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. It's close enough. So I'll probably switch over to these Krylon shortcuts in the future, because the $4 is a little bit more budget friendly to my wallet than $6 to almost $9 a can of model paint. That's dumb. Anyway, that's the story. On the paint, we use Mod Podge to insert all the glass into the frameworks. Same with the doors, it's all held in with Mod Podge because that stuff dries clear and does a pretty good job as a glue adhesive. So I get it at the dollar store. The dollar store used to carry it. These little, what are these, 2-ounce bottles? I got the matte, and then I got the gloss. And they were obviously $1 each from the dollar store, so that's where I get these at. And last time I went in there, I didn't see them, so I might not carry them anymore. And then I think I showed you the phone booth when it's lit up. I'll show you again real quick. I don't know if you can see it with the lights on, but we'll hook it up here real quick. And you can kind of see it. There we go. There it is with the lights on. So yeah, I think for my very first attempt at building a 1/9 phone booth, I think it came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It's not perfect, but I think it's pretty damn good for first try. So yeah, pretty cool. Before we get too long in time, I wanted to give a quick shout out to a new guy. Real nice. He's got I don't know how many videos he has on his channel, not very many. But he's a retired school teacher, and he enjoys shipbuilding. And I'm going to put you'll see it come up on the screen. I'll also put a link to his channel in the video description. But his channel name is called The Mystic Modeler Ships, and it has this name after his channel name. That's why I'll put it up on the screen. But his name is Bruce, and he only has about 17 subs. So go on over there and say hi to Bruce, give him a sub. He is working on the Lindbergh Robert E. Lee riverboat, and he's making the Mark Twain, and he's doing a super job with it. And he plans on showing his previous ships that he's has built. But real nice guy, and go over there and check him out, and subscribe to him, and get his sub numbers up a little bit, and give him a big warm welcome that we usually do to new modelers. Next step is the base, and then we can finally get Superman done and go on to something else, because there's a lot of things I want to get to, so including the Constitution. Alright guys, take care. We'll see you in the next video.